Invincible Season 4 has officially come to an end with today's episode, and a lot happened this season. One of the most notable developments was the introduction of Thragg, who is personally my favorite character in the franchise. And they absolutely did Thragg justice. They showed exactly how much of a problem he is. At this point in time, Thragg is easily the most powerful character in the Invincible universe. And in the last 2 episodes, he demonstrated precisely why he holds that title. Now, as much as I enjoyed episode 7 of Invincible Season 4, I also knew I would run into a lot of falsehoods and ridiculous takes on social media. The most popular one is that Thragg stands a chance against the Boy Scout. And somehow, some people are even pushing the idea that he actually beats him. So today I'm going to break down why not a single character in Invincible comes even remotely close to Superman in power, and I'll also take the opportunity to debunk a few common Superman downplays. So let's get into it. So first we're going to start with Thragg's attack potency, durability and speed. Now, what's Thragg's greatest feat? Typically, he's skilled relative to other Viltrumites like Omni-Man, Theodos and Mark. Those 3 share a collective feat of destroying a planet. Planet Viltrum to be specific. But the key detail that people tend to overlook is that the planet was already destabilized by Space Racer's gun. The trio didn't outrightly destroy it from scratch. They only accelerated an already ongoing collapse. Now, we've never given an exact size for Viltrum, but for the sake of argument, let's say it's slightly larger than Earth. We also know that Thragg is significantly stronger than Mark, Nolan and Theodos in power. So if we highball him, we could say Thragg might be capable of destroying an Earth-sized planet on his own. Even though that's still generous given the context of the feat, a more grounded and consistent interpretation would be that Thragg is likely capable of destroying a smaller planet, something like Mars. So realistically, we can cap his attack potency at small planetary. Now let's talk about durability. We know Thragg is more durable than Omni-Man and has tanked attacks from Dinosaurus, who could one-shot Omnipotus. Now depending on how you scale Omnipotus, he ranges anywhere from planetary to possibly universal. To give Thragg every advantage, let's highball and say his durability reaches universal levels. But again, that's not consistent with the story. He ultimately died from prolonged exposure to the sun's extreme heat, so realistically, his durability aligns much more closely with small planetary as well. Now let's talk about his speed. Thragg is easily massively faster than light. He scales above Nolan, who flew from Earth to Traxa in about a week. Traxa is located in the Virgo supercluster, which is the same region that contains the Milky Way, and since we're not given an exact location, we can reasonably infer it might be in the Andromeda galaxy, which is about 2.5 million light years away from Earth. So that alone already puts Nolan at massively faster than light plus speeds, and we know Thragg is faster than even Nolan. On top of that, Nolan fought a post-power-up Alan who could dodge Viltrumite ships, and these ships are canonically faster than light, and Alan's reaction speed scales to his travel speed. So overall, Thragg sits comfortably in the massively faster than light speed range. Now let's talk about Superman. Now recently, Aquaman received a massive power up during his current run. He defeated the evil god Dagon and became the avatar of the Blue. Now this is important because the Blue is a cosmic energy source that connects all water across the universe and possibly even the multiverse, with implications that it could extend to the greater omniverse. Now Dagon, while wielding this power, was able to one-shot gods and deities across multiple pantheons. These gods typically reside in the God Sphere, which is a dimensionally superior realm above the multiverse. Even if you lowball it, each of these beings would be universal level threats at bare minimum, and yet Dagon was able to one-shot them effortlessly. Now Aquaman proceeded to defeat Dagon and he became the avatar of the Blue. Now this is important because Laurie, who personally witnessed Dagon's power and also witnessed Aquaman's victory, still later states that Superman is still the most powerful being that she has ever encountered. That directly implies that Superman is still superior to Aquaman even at this point, even after Aquaman had obtained this massive multiversal level amp. Now, to reinforce this, during the DC KO event, Aquaman fights Hawkman. In their second battle, Hawkman is empowered by the Egyptian god Horus. Aquaman still defeats Hawkman even after that power boost. So now we have that Aquaman is superior to Horus amped Hawkman, and Superman is still superior to Aquaman at this point. So that places Superman above all of that scaling, above current Aquaman, above Horus amped Hawkman. It places Superman above all of that stuff. Now let's even talk about Superman's more direct feats. We know Superman was able to defeat Mageddon, who was stated to be a threat to the new gods, and even the Source. The Source, who is also known as the Divine Presence, and is literally the creator of the DC Omniverse. Superman has traded blows with his Golden Age counterparts, and their clash shook the universe. He has stated that he can destroy the Phantom Zone, which is an impossible universe. We know that he fought Infinity Man, amped by the Source to a standstill, and he has defeated Darkseid multiple times, and we know that Darkseid can consume universes. So even at mid-ball interpretation, these feats casually place Superman at universal at minimum, with strong arguments for multiversal scaling. Now let's talk about Superman's speed. There's honestly no point focusing on his massively faster than light speeds when he has infinite and immeasurable speed feats. He can time travel through sheer speed alone, which is immeasurable speed. He can traverse dimensions via speed. He can resist time stop purely through speed, which is infinite speed. He is broken through the bonds of infinity. He has crossed billions of miles in moments. Like, he is way faster than Thragg in every way. Now, durability. For durability, I'm just going to mention one feat. Superman tanked a blast 50 times the size of Kepler's supernova. A single supernova can theoretically wipe out a solar system. That means that this blast had the power to destroy a solar system 50 times over. Thragg, who died from exposure to a single star, has absolutely no answer to that level of durability. Now I'm gonna be debunking some popular Superman downplays. So let's address some common arguments. Now most people will say things like, oh, those are just Silver Age feats, or some of those feats that I mentioned are Silver Age feats and they don't count anymore. Well, that used to be a valid argument. However, after Death Battle, DC merged all previous continuities into one composite history. That means that current Superman retains feats from past iterations. Now, to explain what I mean, iterations are simply the same character across different eras. So things like Silver Age, New 52, Rebirth, those are different iterations of the same character. Now this is different from alternate versions. Example of alternate versions would be like Ultraman, Injustice Superman, Superboy Prime. Those are versions of the character from different universes, not the same thing as iterations. So yes, those feats still count. Now another popular argument is that, oh, Robert Kirkman said Omni-Man beats Superman.
I'll take a second to clear up some things though. Like, I enjoy talking crap about Superman because it seems to get people all riled up on the internet, and I think that's funny. Yeah, but I will say for the record, I don't actually hate Superman.
No,
I think he's a cool character.
To Omni-Man and Invincible.
Clearly loses to Omni-Man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You are the expert on power scaling.
Oh my God! Everyone knows if there's one thing that I do well. It's power scaling.
Thank you. You are incredible. Like, genuinely, like, you're amazing. I love. Oh,
all right,
best episode of all time.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
That statement is purely subjective. Robert Kirkman has no authority over Superman as a character and no in-universe evidence to support that claim. Without canonical backing, it holds no weight in an objective scaling discussion. So that's irrelevant. So with all of that being said, Superman is not Thragg's mate. He is not his rival. They are not in the same tier. There is not a single character in Invincible that comes remotely close to Superman in power.
Are you sure? Are you sure? I think I miss. Are you sure?